football show. I am Shakeel, and this is Chidi.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Global Premiere. Now, what did I just say?
Global premiere.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Don't forget about the name of your whatever.
yeah.
Global Premier Football Show. Yes.
And
Time to
welcome
talk
to.
about football. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying that welcome to the new year. Welcome to 2022. Hope you guys have a really good start of the year and enjoying football games over the Christmas
Yeah,
break. Yeah.
it's uh, it's been a long time since I did my last podcast. The episode that I did last, I think that was after the Champions League last season. So
Yeah.
in just about 4 or 5 months, it will be 1 year since I did my last podcast. That is
Yeah.
staggering.
And I was not the host at that time, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, maybe I was still carried away with the euphoria of Chelsea winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
I'm a Chelsea fan here. Come on, Blues. But yes, Happy New Year, everyone. And it's very, very good to be back
Mm-hmm.
to the show again. And there's a lot of football happening right now, across the world. Just maybe not in North America yet, but
Yeah, because of the weather.
the weather and the fear of the virus. Anyway, that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, let's start. We will start with the FA Cup third round, and there were a lot of games. And as of today, Monday, there was a game: Manchester United versus Aston Villa. You want to talk about the highlights? What was the highlight of the game?
yeah, the FA Cup, it's the oldest cup competition in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's very, very, I think it's a very important competition in England that you have more than 700 clubs participate in this tournament or in these cup games. The Premier League clubs, the Championship, League One, League Two, um, the Conference League, and even non-league sides. I think there's a non-league side that made it to the fourth round. You wouldn't believe that. And it's very, very exciting. There are no boring games in the FA Cup. You might find a boring game for a league game, but in the FA Cup, there are no boring games. There are giant killers,
Yeah.
like Arsenal suffered a loss, the hands of Nottingham Forest. Um, which one again was the big surprise? Cambridge United beat Newcastle in
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle's home ground. So that is a very, very big result for Cambridge United. And I can't remember the other non-league team, but yeah, there are very exciting games in the FA Cup. And today's game was the icing on the cake
Yeah.
for all the games so far because it was a game between two Premiership
Mm-hmm.
clubs, Manchester United playing Aston Villa in Old Trafford. It was a cracker of a game.
Yeah. No, that you're right. You mentioned that FA Cup. The best part about FA Cup is small teams upsetting like bigger teams, and um, today was almost like similar thing. Aston Villa did not upset Manchester United, but it was very close,
Yeah,
and they had good chances. Aston Villa, but I don't know. I would say Manchester United was lucky today.
I can't disagree with you on
Yeah.
that. Personally, I wanted Aston Villa to win.
Yeah.
All the Manchester United fans will not like me, but that's me and supporting Aston Villa at the
Mm-hmm.
moment. You know, um, it's funny. I mean, I think it's the biased nature of being a fan of the game, but as well, you are a fan of good football. As Aston Villa played very, very good football than what United should put out there today. They were not good enough. They have their goalkeeper to thank, for some very good saves. The crossbar, came to their rescue.
Yeah.
Aston Villa were out to win. They dominated the game. They created chances, but in in the game today is if you do not score goals, you don't win, and that was what United got. Scott McTominay, I think the boy is in real form. He's in the form of his life. He's he's been shooting from distance, and I think he's been practicing that a lot. And every shot, almost every shot that he takes is on target. It goes straight to goal. Goalkeeper makes a save, or it is cleared. But I think the young man is on form. That's why, he scored in the 8th minute,
Yeah.
and yeah, but there were no
And
more
it was
goals.
from distance. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was also from
yeah.
distance. So, I mean, these are when a player scores goals like that, and it's not the first goal he's scoring this season of that nature. It's like I'm sure he's been putting very very good efforts. In training sessions,
Yeah.
not just the group training sessions, but also in his individual sessions where he has to practice these long range shots. So it was a very good game today. I liked what I saw from Aston Villa.
Yeah.
They played really really well today. They played really really well.
I'm going to stop you on the long shot. There was another long shot, I think, at the end of the game from Manchester United, which was saved by Aston Villa's keeper. Who was that? Like who shot that shot? It was I don't think it was a half volley, but it was right on top of the. I don't remember, but
Yeah, the one that's the Aston Villa goalkeeper tipped across the
yeah,
bar.
yeah,
What's that? I think that was from Luke Shaw.
yeah.
I think he had that shot. It was a very very good shot. It was right on target, and yeah, the goalkeeper was just right behind it, and he parried it over the bar. So
Yeah.
I think that game was a very good game. It did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. But also, I think that for me, Manchester United, there's nothing much have changed since Ralf Ragnick took over. Um, Maybe a little bit of their pressing style, but also there was something I saw today where they pressed, but not all of them were pressed. And at the end of the day, Aston Villa played their way out expressly from the right flank with Matikash, who just got the ball, had like almost he dribbled 10 yard space forward before he made his next pass, which means for me that Man United are not really pressing pretty much like they should collectively. Because when the pressing is on, when a team is about to press, if one set of players are just pressing and the rest sits back, at the end of the day, you're just creating a gaping hole in the middle of the park whereby you're just inviting trouble. And that's what Man United did today. And for me, they're still way, way. I don't think Man United is a pressing team. And I think their coach will have a very big problem between now and the end of the season. I think he will have a very big problem in getting the team to press collectively, just like you see Liverpool do it, Manchester City, Chelsea. These are, I think, the three teams that do really, really press very well.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal do it as well, but Man United, they try to do it, but the rest, maybe the whole team do not agree that they have to press. And when the whole team is not on the same, page with, let's say, the attackers, two forward players that are trying to press, then it's not going to work.
Yeah, I have noticed that. I was gonna ask you, do they play differently? Because Ronaldo was not playing today. I think he is injured. Is that right? Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know why he did not play, but one of the things that made me think that, the reason why he did not play is just to give him a rest. It's an FA Cup game, so they have players that are available as well to play, and I think I don't know if they see it as not too of an important game for Ronaldo not to play, but yeah, in some cases, when there is a lot of games to be played, in a short period of time, or maybe the players have come playing lots of games, before a game like today.
Yeah.
They might rest some
Yeah.
players. That's why they rested. I think maybe Ronaldo was rested or not.
Now, my question was, do you think Manchester United play differently when Ronaldo is playing versus not him not playing? Like, do they play with a different strategy? Like, do they press more?
I think yes, they do play differently when he is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they play more collectively when he is not playing. I think there's not a lot of individualistic displays when Ronaldo is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so today they played in a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Mm-hmm.
Before previous games they play in a 4-2-2-2 formation, and they sometimes say, when he's on the field, it's like get the ball, get it to Ronaldo when he is in the box.
Yeah, and I think everyone is trying to give pass him the ball, or like he's the center of attention.
Yes, he's the center of attention. I mean, Ronaldo is Ronaldo, but as well, Ronaldo of today is not the Ronaldo of 5 years ago. It's not the Ronaldo of 10 years ago. But yet still, they do play differently. You know, you and I think you mentioned something some time ago in a match that Cavani was there.
Mm-hmm.
Cavani, I think, played. There was a ball he played, and Ronaldo looked at him, and then he looked at Ronaldo like, "Yeah, what? Yeah, what? You're a senior player. I'm also a senior player. He's not scared of him too." So,
Yeah.
but yes, they actually play differently, tactically speaking, and as well the way they press the game.
Mm-hmm.
Ronaldo is not young enough. He's not a young player to
Mm-hmm.
do all that pressing. You know,
Yeah.
you can't. I mean, you can tell a 36-year-old man to be pressing very very high and hard. And when you press, you have to press high and hard to win the ball back. Pressing is winning the ball back in the shortest time possible. So Ronaldo can do that.
Yeah, and you mentioned that they do play collectively without Ronaldo. Like, I think they feel lot less pressure on themselves, and they maybe play it themselves. Um, yeah, that's a good observation. There was one chance for Aston Villa. They scored it, but it was not an offside. It was a foul. What do you think of that entire situation?
When the referee went to VAR, I
Mm-hmm.
was confused why he was going to VAR
Mm-hmm.
because there were three possible scenarios of VAR at that time. One was the foul, and the other was an offside, and also they were checking if Ings had scored with his hand.
Handball,
So
yeah.
I was like, okay, do they really know why he's going to? Honestly, at
Yeah,
the
it
end
was
of the day,
confusing.
I think he called an offside
Yeah.
because when he raised his arm up, that was an indication for an offside. So, which I would agree to that it was an offside because he was ahead of the ball when it was played for him
Mm-hmm.
to have scored. So that was a very, and also I was thinking that VAR was not in this round of the FA Cup, or maybe because in Old Trafford they have VAR, and maybe in the smaller clubs they do not have VAR, so there's no need for them to use VAR in the smaller clubs. So um,
Right.
yeah, it was an unfortunate thing for Aston Villa not to have gotten that goal. I think they scored twice, which they were all offsides, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it
That's true.
was uh, it was their undoing today. Anyway,
Mm. What do you think about that last? I think it was in the last minute. Aston Villa had a corner. He
oh,
was
the
not.
guy
I
that
don't think
had
it
a
was a
bleeding
corner.
nose,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He was punched in the face.
I thought they were going to go to VAR for
Yes.
that. Even the commentator was talking about him
Mm-hmm.
going to the VAR to
Yeah,
check.
because he was hit hard
Yeah, he
on the
was hit
face.
hard, and Konsa is not the type of player that easily goes to the ground. That was a very very hard hand on the face.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Aston Villa players did not really want to
One.
pressure
Yeah.
the referee,
Mm.
and also Steven Gerrard was not, didn't want to pressure
Yeah.
the referee.
Yeah. And I think it was in the last minute of the game
Yeah,
too.
it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, I think they just played the goal kick, and then um, in less than a minute or 30 seconds, the game ended. So, but I think that should have been checked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That also will, because he was at some point when I looked at the replay, it was as if Luke Shaw was looking at the player
Mm-hmm.
prior to him hitting his face. So that could be deemed as an intentional foul on the player. But I think,
Yeah, and the ball was going towards that player too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Although it was not in the reach, but still. Yeah. And I'm talking about this because the goal that Aston Villa was disqualified for, I thought the referee was looking at VAR and did disqualify because of the
yeah,
pole.
yeah.
Yeah. But Aston Villa did not get any chance. It was very similar. It was even harsher than that.
I think Aston Villa was not in a mood to fight for anything.
Yeah.
So
And in FA Cup, I don't exactly know. Once a team has lost there, it's knockout, right?
yes, this time around it's a knockout. I think before they used to have like a replay or home and away fixtures,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, this time it's going. It's no, it's not. It's not. Um, yeah, it used to be a replay if
Mm-hmm.
the first leg was a tie.
Okay.
So they do the replay, and that's when the team goes to the home ground of the other team. But this time around, if they had tied that game, they would have gone into extra time and subsequently into penalty shootouts.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a very good game of football today. I liked it. I liked the way Aston
Mm-hmm.
Villa played.
Mm-hmm.
They really played very, very good football today.
They let some younger players play today. What do you think? Um, which players were who played better today for Manchester? Like, well, my question is, uh, did someone stand out today for you?
Manchester United,
Yeah, for Manchester United. Yeah.
maybe their goalkeeper with the saves he made. I mean, I think Scott McTominay is the outstanding player
Mm-hmm.
in today's game for Manchester United, and he's for the past couple of games he's been the person that has been coming in for them, despite Ronaldo, despite Bruno Fernandes, and I think McTominay was for me. I think he's the man of the match today,
Mm-hmm.
and he was outstanding for them. The rest were not really. They were really below par. They were committing a lot of fouls because Aston Villa players on the right and on the left they were doing a lot of 1-2s, give and goes,
Mm-hmm.
and then like Luke Shaw would like stop the give and go. The 1-2 passes, he would stop it by fouling the other player from Aston Villa. So I mean, these are things that Man United are not used to. Man United is a team that back in the years, they come out and they play you and they win you. They don't. They are not in doing all those silly, silly fouls. They defend really, really hard. I think their weakest spot in the defense, in the central defense position, both Victor Lindelof and Rafael Varane.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are. I don't know, but I think central defense is Man United's weak spot in the defensive positions. Luke Shaw has stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dalot played as well today, and Wan Bissaka when he's there, it's they're really they're hardly attacked from the wings, you know, or the players or oppositions try to exploit in between the centre backs or in between the full back and the other centre back. So I think Yeah, they are a weak position right now. It's in those positions in the defense.
Yeah, but I think they're getting better, and they might be able to fight for top four. Well, just the fourth, not top four.
Well, well, I don't know about that. I don't wish them that. Uh, I'm sorry, Man United fans, but I don't. I don't really think if we. I mean, if we're going to talk Premier League a little bit, I don't. I'm not confident that Man United will finish top four. I'm not confident.
No.
The way they play right now, I'm not confident that they will finish top
What
four.
is it? How does the table look like right now?
I mean, it's Man United, it's Man City number one,
Mm.
uh, Chelsea, Liverpool. Is it Arsenal? Is fourth now, still. Tottenham is coming. Yeah, Arsenal is fourth now.
Yeah.
West Ham is right behind them, but I think West Ham will cave in sometime. Man
Yeah.
United still have
But
like
it's
two
still very
games
tight.
outstanding.
Look. Manchester United is 31, and Arsenal is 35. So not much of a difference.
Yeah, we're talking about down in the next 1 month, in the next
Mm-hmm.
2 months,
Mm-hmm.
where they will end. Because for you to see the foreseeable future, you have to see the present state of the team, their current form. When they step on the field to play, are they struggling to get results? Are they struggling to beat teams?
Mm-hmm.
Man United has not been winning teams and beating teams like we used to know Man United.
Yeah.
It's like Man City have replaced them in that position,
Mm-hmm.
of winning and beating teams just here and there. So I don't.
Yeah. Even this
Their
game,
last Premier
Wolves.
League
Yeah.
game, they lost against Wolves.
Wolves. Yeah.
You
And it
know,
was a home game.
it was a no, yeah, it was a home game,
Yeah.
and Wolves have not won in Man United Stadium. I mean, in Old Trafford, for the past 40 years. 1980,
Oh,
that was
really?
the last time Wolves won there, and they went in there and they cracked them down. So I'm not confident the way Man United play. I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're just looking at this that Ronaldo is actually injured.
Mm.
Muscular problems.
Oh yeah, injury not serious, but they have to rest him because yes, Premier League resumes next weekend. Actually, tomorrow there's a game.
There's one
Tomorrow
game.
there's one game. These are outstanding games tomorrow. So, and then if you look at all what other people are saying, that Man United is they're like an average Premier League team now. They don't
Mm-hmm.
look like a top four team.
So, what do you think bringing Ronaldo this year? Were they thinking that he's gonna come in and help end up top four, or what were they thinking when they brought in Ronaldo?
I think the idea of bringing in Ronaldo was to bring in goals. I think they didn't have people who were scoring goals. They have just above average players,
Mm-hmm.
but they did not have like players that could get them goals and goals and goals. And Ronaldo is always known for goals, right?
Yeah.
There's no season that goes by that he does not score,
Mm-hmm.
at least 20 goals up, right? So that is why they brought in Ronaldo, and but that changed
Yeah,
the whole system.
he scored at start, but he has stopped. Like,
He's still getting goals though. He nicks in goals here and there. I mean, but I don't think that they will get.
mm-hmm.
If Ronaldo will be their only source of goals, Man United will struggle a lot, you know. And that is why where their coach he has to find a balance,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's playing Ronaldo with someone else in the front there, someone who is able to do the work, someone who can complement Ronaldo as well,
Right. Yeah.
someone who can, you know, make things happen. Ronaldo can score goals if he gets the passes to score
Mm-hmm.
goals.
He's always there. Yeah.
Yes, he is always in the right spot. He's
Yeah.
always in the right place in the 18 yard, in the 6 yard box. He is always there. So he's no more playing from the flanks as a
Mm-hmm.
winger when he started, right?
Yeah.
But if he doesn't get the balls, whether they are crosses, you put in crosses, Ronaldo will attack a cross because he's good in the air, right? If you get him, if you lay a pass, whether low or high or mid ranges, he is able to, get goals.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, who will create the chances for him? Who is able to do that? Bruno Fernandes is not. There was a lot of hype for Bruno Fernandes when he came to Man United. For me, I didn't rate him that too high because I know he was playing during the pandemic behind closed doors. Man United were ripping people apart.
Mm-hmm.
There were no fans to put pressure on players, and all those things. And the fans are back. Bruno Fernandes seems to have gone down. Reason Premier League is tough when the
Yeah.
fans are there too.
Yeah, that is true.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna also talk about there was like coming back to FA Cup. Uh, there was one game that has been postponed, Liverpool's game. And were there any other games that were postponed because of COVID?
um, I can't really remember. There are a lot
Mm.
of fixtures in the FA Cup. Liverpool's game being postponed. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with Liverpool. I just read a headline today where there is like there could be what's it called, investigated
Hmm.
for submitting false COVID test positive results. So that no, they played their game actually. They played against Shrewsbury, uh, so they won 4-1 in that game. So
This was also FA Cup,
yeah, that was FA Cup. They
but
played
the
against
game that
Shrewsbury.
was postponed is also FA Cup,
No, their game that was postponed was
the league game.
I think it was a league game. Yeah, I think it was their game against Arsenal or something.
Yeah, it says first leg, so
Yeah,
yeah, it is a league
yeah,
game.
that was not the league. That's not the league one. The league game. The game that was postponed is the League Cup
Oh, it's the
semi-finals.
cup, yeah.
Yeah, the League Cup semi-finals, which they will be playing this coming Thursday, the
Mm.
first leg of that game. So I don't understand what's going on in England with regards to testing of players and all the uh, results, and sometimes the results come back,
Yeah,
positive, but in reality, it's a false positive
yeah.
result.
Yeah, I didn't read much into it. I think what happens is they do rapid test and it turns out positive, but when they do PCR, it turns out negative. So, now I was gonna ask, were there any other games of FA Cup that were stopped because of COVID, or most of them were played? I
I
didn't
think
read much
most
about
of
it.
all the games we have played, the yes, I think all of them were played because from the fourth round draw, which has been done already,
Mm-hmm.
uh, all the teams have already been paired to play against each other for the fourth round. So they, I don't think there's any games that were postponed
Yeah.
for the FA Cup. I mean, enough of the postponed games, man. I mean, I understand if there are situations, where they need to postpone the games, but
Yeah.
anyway, and I mean, I'm done talking Man United.
Yeah. No, I was yeah, we're still staying in FA Cup. I was gonna talk about Chelsea's game in FA Cup. Well, are you satisfied with their performance? Because they have been sloppy in the league, uh, not winning their games, which they could have and scored, grab those points and be in a better position. But let's talk about FA Cup and Chelsea's performances.
Chelsea, they had a very good game. They played a very low team
Mm-hmm.
in the. I think Chesterfield play. They play in the fifth tier of English football. So there's no. I don't think there was any competition for Chelsea against Chesterfield.
Mm-hmm.
We fielded a very strong side. Besides, you know, with the youth players that came in to complement the team, you know,
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. It's 80% possession. I didn't watch the game.
we outplayed them. It's a non-league side. Chesterfield plays in the fifth division. It's like
Okay.
non-professional league side. It's like a semi-pro side that made it to the fifth round. You know, so what do you expect? You know, you come to Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Except we will except the only way we can lose that game is if we had fielded under 15 boys. That's the only way we
Yeah.
would lose that game. But
Mm-hmm.
no, we had Lukaku was starting that game. You
Yeah.
had Pulisic, you had Timo
Okay, that's a
Werner,
strong team. Yeah.
you have Odoi,
Covered.
you have
Yeah.
Saul Iniguez, you have Ziyech and Kovacic, who was the, uh, and then you had Christensen, Sar and Hall, and then Bettinelli. So Kovacic was the captain for the day. So
Yeah.
what do you expect from that squad? I
Yeah.
mean, we should have won that game by more goals, but
And
nevertheless.
did it have? Do you know who Chelsea is playing next? Is it has been decided or
Yeah,
not
we're
yet?
playing Plymouth Argyle or whatever they are called. I mean, with all due respect to Plymouth. Uh, so, yes, we're playing them. Sorry, Plymouth fans, if you heard me say that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a casual podcast. No disrespect here. It's just we don't watch. I don't personally watch a lot of games, but yeah. Um,
I think Plymouth play in the fourth division of English football. So, well, in the third division, I can't remember.
and any like, were you happy with the performance
Yeah,
when it comes to tactics and formation? They were playing 3-4-3.
yeah, I was happy with the way they played. I think it's also a way of ironing out tactics
Mm-hmm.
when you play a lower team. You know, it's like in preseason when you play a lower team, use that team to for two things: fitness and tactics, where you perfect your tactics playing a lower team.
Yeah.
You know, where you know that there's nothing too much at stake. Playing Chesterfield was as if there's nothing at stake, although we were playing for the FA Cup. But yeah, we playing against them wasn't. Um, it wasn't going to be a big task compared to to what Man United and to the Man United and Aston Villa game, to Leicester and Watford games. These games were between Premiership clubs, and that makes the intensity to be higher. But for Chelsea, it was a for me it was like a preseason game for them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where they had to like perfect whatever and they have a big game coming up on Wednesday
Yeah. It's just a
against
spicy game.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to the Spurs Stadium, and we'll
That's
say,
a cup game, right?
yeah, that's the League Cup semi-final second
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not FA Cup.
not the
Yeah.
FA Cup.
Yeah. And
In England they have like how many cup games? You have two cup games, the FA Cup and the League Cup. The League Cup we used to call it the Carling Cup.
right. Yeah.
So is the League Cup, and then yeah, so
And then after that, they have
then we play
extremely spicy game.
Manchester
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
We're
that
gonna
would
have
be a
a
very very
special episode on that.
yeah. And then after Manchester City, we play Spurs again in the league,
Okay.
in the Premier League.
And I think that's gonna be away.
I can't remember.
With City, we're
We're
playing.
playing at the Etihad. We're playing an away game.
Oh, that's an
And
away game.
that is
Oh,
a
that's
very
gonna be
it's a
extremely
very
challenging.
tough one. We lost to them. We lost to them in Stamford Bridge. Oh my goodness, Stamford Bridge, what's going on there? You know, it's not been a fortress like it used to be before. Before, when people come to Stamford Bridge, they're like, yeah, almost peeing in their pants because they know that you hardly come out with any goal,
Mm.
But these days, it's not been too strong anymore. The days of John Terry and Ricardo Cavallo. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh, Ashley Cole and Branislav Ivanovic with Michael Essien in the middle. Oh, we had. It was tough to play in Stamford Bridge, but
Mm-hmm.
these days it's like anyone can score in Stamford Bridge. Even Chesterfield got a goal in Stamford Bridge, and they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
happy. They were very, very happy.
Yeah. No, we didn't. We were planning to do a podcast on the last Liverpool versus Chelsea, but we did. Um, but yeah, that was a very close game, and
It was. It was
yeah,
a high, intense game.
yeah,
It was a very, very good game.
and then it was expected because, of course, it was a tight game. Both of them wanted to win, and yeah, Chelsea had chances. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, I can talk Chelsea all day,
Yeah,
but as well, Liverpool came playing Liverpool these days. Playing Liverpool has never been a ride in the park. Okay, I remember back in those days with Rafa Benitez, that Champions League semi-finals. The one they beat us, and I think later we got one over them as well. Um, it was a tough game. That the one we played Tuesday, I think we should have won that game though. I think we should have won that game. At some point, it was as if the two teams wanted a draw, but I was seeing Tuchel on the touchline. I was like, he was pushing the team to keep going, even until the last minute. He needed an extra goal. He needed 3 points in that game, but I think the players had given a lot in that game that there's no
they
way
were
they could.
exhausted.
They were
Yeah,
really exhausted. They
yeah.
played their hearts out. The goalkeeper was magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Mendy was
word!
great.
If not for that goalkeeper, I think Salah would have scored the goal of the season
Yeah, yeah.
in that particular
True.
game. Oh,
But I think it was the opposite. It was the save of the season, I guess.
yeah, it was. Yes,
Yeah.
it was. I think it's yeah. Oh my word! Because he was already out of angle, and there was a gaping hole on the right of the goalkeeper, and then
He
he hit that shot,
yeah.
and then he threw himself in there. I'm really, really glad that we got Edward Mendy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He was about to hit the post. Like it was dangerous. But yeah, it's a good read, good body, like jump and everything. Yeah.
he was magnificent for us.
Although it was a mistake in the defense from
And I don't
Chelsea.
want to talk about our defense, okay? I don't want to talk about the defense in that game. It wasn't the best defensive display from Chelsea. We were, I think, the young kid that played on the right centre back, uh, Chaloba. I think he was nervous, but I think that's where he grew into the game, and he was able to, you know, he played through and improved until he was substituted in that game. But yeah, I think Liverpool's goals were out of our mistake, so we gifted them the goals. The two goals they scored, excuse me, was out of our own mistake. So like we gave them a New Year present.
I don't recall those. Can you talk what happened?
I think the
And
first one was
Liverpool scored first.
yeah, Liverpool scored first. We first missed a chance. Pulisic missed a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah.
Glorious chance he missed. And right after that miss, we considered because there was a long ball that was played, and the young lad headed the ball. I think he wanted to, connect it like as a pass to his, to the center back in the middle of the back three,
Mm-hmm.
but he just nodded it down to,
Right. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mane was dangerous. Mane was just
Yeah. You
approaching.
don't want to
Like,
give any
you don't want
anything
to,
like that.
you
to
don't
Mane.
want to make any, you don't want to give anything to him like that. And then he rounded up the goalkeeper left shot, middle of the net.
Yeah.
The second goal from Liverpool, same thing. Played the ball. Rudiger and was it Thiago? No, Rudiger and Alonso. I don't know. There was no communication. Salah made a run behind them. Alexander Arnold played a through pass in between the two defenders and just
Yeah.
laid it on for Salah, who just his finish was magnificent. Close angle, but he still finished.
Yeah.
He still finished.
Yeah, he's extremely dangerous.
But
From
I'm
tight
glad we
angle.
got a goal.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a goal. At least they did not do us a double this season. We shared the point, 1-1 point, 1-1 at Anfield and 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. So, but
Yeah, it's like blood for blood.
yeah,
Nah.
I hope that we do the same to Man City because they beat us 1-0.
In the last game.
Yeah, in Stamford Bridge. So,
So Chelsea, if they do 1-0, it's
we're
gonna
going to try to
record.
do the same.
Yeah.
You know, I hope Lukaku is on fire. You
I,
know,
I, I was gonna talk about Lukaku because he was not playing because of those words he said. First of all, the question is, do you think if Lukaku played, it would have made any difference?
I think it would have made a lot of difference.
Okay.
I think it would make a lot of difference there. Yes. But yeah, we did not play with a recognized center forward, so that is like it makes the job easier for the center backs. Anytime you play a false nine, it could be tricky. You know that Man City plays with false nine, and they still have their way around you guys. You know, around your defense in such cases. But um, when you have a proper number nine, especially ones like in that has a presence like Lukaku, it gives it psychologically turns up something different in the head of the center backs. You know, you can just walk away and go somewhere else, or you can just switch off. Because once you switch off, the 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 forwards, they have an instinct inside the box, okay, and that is what also Lukaku's got. But be it as it may be, because of obvious reasons,
Yeah, obviously, this is what he said.
he did not play that game. But I mean, Pulisic could have. I'm sure that one of the goals that Pulisic could have scored, if that was Lukaku, that ball would be in the back of the net. There's no negotiation about that. But we count our losses and we look forward to the next one.
Well, and the next question was, are you expecting Lukaku to come back versus City? And if he does,
Definitely, if he's fit, if he's not injured, he should be starting against Man City. There's no way that he should not be starting. And I think they've tried to play him since after that incident and after Liverpool's game to try to get him match fit. Because the only way he can get match fit is to play games, whether they are 60 minutes on the pitch, like he played against Chesterfield. You know, he did not play the whole game. I'm sure that against Tottenham on Wednesday, he's going to start the game, but he may not finish it in preparation for Man City as well. So we got to get him these games in so that he can be match fit. We need our centre forward to be firing. We need our centre forward to score goals. He's our most expensive signing, and if he's not getting us goals, then there is no need for us to have signed him.
Yeah.
So we need Lukaku to score goals, no matter how, and also to provide assist as well if he ever has an opportunity to do so.
And that's what he said in his last interview / whatever the comments he made, that he wants to play for the team and he's going to put extra effort for the team.
Yeah, right now he's got himself under pressure. That's what he just created.
Lots of pressure. Yeah, he has to win.
He
not
has
just
to,
fans and the coach.
Yeah, he has to win our trust back.
Yeah.
He has to, and the only way he can do that is getting goals, and we winning games. If he's not getting goals, if we're not winning games, Lukaku he just shot himself on the foot.
Yeah, that is true.
You know,
yeah.
because if those statements were made at the end of the season, maybe we could, but right in the middle of the season, and that statement, mm, no.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some news. Uh, apologizes for injury. That's like 7 days ago.
Yeah, it's Romelu. Romelu wants to be Didier Drogba, and then he said those stuff. Like what?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
I mean, you gotta put in a lot of effort if you will. I don't remember. I don't think it was Drogba. I think it was Arsenal striker. Like you pay me like Drogba, and you pay me like Drogba. I will play like Drogba. I don't remember. Do you remember?
I
There
don't.
was this player. I think it was Arsenal's player. I don't remember his name, but yeah, it was funny.
Oh wow. Yeah, Drogba was a different
Yeah. Coming back,
person.
we talked about Chelsea's defense for the next big games or the cup game. Are they making any changes to better their defense? What do you personally see? Like, do you see any changes? It's just a transfer window. Are we buying any good defenders? What are we doing?
You said, "Are we? Are you not a Chelsea fan? Welcome,
I am.
welcome to Chelsea."
I am a Chelsea fan.
Okay, perfect. Now one a Chelsea fan, huh? Good. So yeah. Anyway,
It's just your
we
aura that I am saying. All our.
yeah, of
But
course you
no,
you
but
welcome to the
I
beer.
watch football. I respect Chelsea, and they're playing really good this season. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have an issue. One of our very very good left backs, Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got injured against Juventus in the group game of the Champions League. You know, and we thought the medical team at the club thought maybe he may not have to need any surgery, you know, to recover. So they were doing physio and all the stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, it's appeared that his only way back into, you know, the game again will be for him to, you know,
Yeah.
have a knee surgery. And when you have an ACL surgery, uh, definitely you are not ever going to make it back on time. You can
Yeah.
rush. You can rush back.
This news says he's out for the season.
Yep, he's out for the season. So Alonso is the only recognized senior left back or senior left wing back that we have, um, and we need an extra pair of legs there.
Mm-hmm.
Alonso is good, but I think also he's past his prime, and or maybe he's passing his prime. We've had issues there, so we need someone to provide competition as well, and also um, play when Alonso is not available, right? Um, so we're looking at options. We have Emerson, who we loaned out to Olympique Lyon in France. So you know the loan systems, you know, they work that in such a way that you may recall the player back depending on the agreement you have with the club that you loaned the player to. So we're seeing if we can bring him back,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to play out the rest of the season, or if it's not possible, then we will have to sign a left back. But the player that played in this game this past weekend, um, he's from the academy. I can't remember his name. How on earth did I forget his name? But he played really, really well.
Right. Yeah.
He played really, really well. So if worst come to worst, then we'll have to play him. You know, or
Mm-hmm.
we have to have him train with the senior squad
Right.
and
Yeah.
play play for us when you know if Alonso is not available.
Yeah.
So
Is Chelsea trying to get new players before the game, big game, because it's a good chance to score those points. And well, Chelsea's not going to make it to the to number one, but still,
Why do you say we're not going to make it to number one?
No, right. Like if, after winning the game, I mean, like that game.
Against Man City?
Yeah.
Oh, now Man
But
City, they are 10 points ahead.
the Chelsea should not lose those points as well, because
Yeah,
then
there's no
it,
more points to give away
yeah.
if we are still to be in the title race.
Hmm.
There are no more points to give away. So what do we have to do? We have to try all that we can do to win games 3 points after 3 points. Man City have gone 10 matches in a row, getting 3 points, 3 points, and
And
3 points.
they scored a lot of
And they
goals.
score
Yeah.
goals. Before, their goal difference was below Chelsea's, but before you know it, they played how many games and they were scoring tens of goals. Now, as you can see, their goal difference is plus 40, ahead of Manchester United, ahead of Liverpool, ahead of Chelsea. You know, their goal difference is staggering. They are scoring a lot of goals. You know, Liverpool is the nearest to them with plus 34 goals, you know, after you've done your plus and minus of goals scored and goals conceded. So Man City is scoring too much.
Yeah,
Scoring too
yeah. I was
much.
just looking at it. Like now it's what, 11 difference.
Yeah, a lot. But
It is what it is. Like
we
10
will see.
points. Yeah.
We will
But
see.
Chelsea winning this game, next game was will at least give, instead of 10, it's gonna be 7.
Yeah, at least we try to reduce it. That's the only thing we have to do now.
Yeah.
You know, but Man City is they have such a very good team that you don't expect them to go on a losing streak. You don't, because they are very good. They have depth in squad. They have a very good manager, world class, or maybe the best manager in Premier League.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't just expect them to
Yeah.
lose.
And their players are in really good shape.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as if they are suffering from
No.
injuries or maybe indiscipline or all the stuff that out off the field. They had an off the field issue. They benched the two players and still they went on winning games. You know, when they Phil Foden and what's his name, Jack Grealish. You know, I think they were partying or they were caught partying and like no, you can't be doing that. They were not in the squad for the next match day. But guess what? They still went on to win. So they can do without players. No
Yeah.
one is. You can say that you are indispensable in Man City.
And I don't think they had any injuries in the past. Like Chelsea got an injury.
Yeah, Chelsea had a lot of injuries and those that have been sick, and then COVID, and
And on top of it, Lukaku
and
said
then
those
Lukaku
things.
said those things. But well, the good thing is that what he said never affected the team's performance.
True.
I think it was just a personal thing for him. Of course, people have rights to say whatever they want to say, but as long as it does not affect the dynamic and the chemistry of the team. So Lukaku said what he said, but I like the fact that it did not affect the performance of his teammates. So we were still able to go play games without him, and at least we got a sport, we got a result, a point against Liverpool.
I'm just looking at this. That the cup game is on Wednesday,
Wednesday.
12th of January, and then the league game is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So what do you expect? Who is going to be playing the first game, the cup game? Because for sure Chelsea does not want to play with good players or the main players. What do you see the squad is going to be looking like for in the cup?
I mean, for that particular game, without injuries, we should be able to have depth in squad to be able to play this game against Tottenham Hotspur. Um, Looking at who played on Saturday, some of the players that played on Saturday will be playing that game. Uh, I think Kepa will be in goal because Edward Mendy is away. Excuse me.
Because of the cup,
Yeah,
African
he's
Cup.
away in with Senegal for the African Cup of Nations. So I think Kepa will be playing. Anyway, Kepa has always been our cup game coach, cup game goalkeeper. Sorry. So I think Rudiger will be playing that game. Uh, I think Tottenham will be playing their full strength squad because they are playing for a trophy. They've not won any trophy since 2008. The last one they won was this particular cup with Juan de Ramos, the Spanish coach they had then. But since then, they've not won anything. So any opportunity for them to win a trophy, they'll be playing their full strength squad for that. So, but yep, we will see who and who is on the field. I'm sure Lukaku will be playing that game. At least he'll be starting that game, even if he doesn't finish the game. I think as well, Pulisic might be playing the game. Most of the kids that played this game against Chesterfield should be on the field on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this first leg of the cup game. I don't recall it because I don't think I watched. What was the highlight of this game?
We outplayed. We should have destroyed Spurs in the first half of that game. They were terrible, but we didn't score the goals that we needed to score.
Mendy still didn't play that game, right?
No, he did not. I mean, Kepa is the guy that plays her in the cup games. So
Mendy has been away because of the cup.
yeah, now he's in.
When was this game? It was
That was last week.
okay.
Yeah.
And I just noticed this news that their PSG make
I don't want to
Rudiger
lead in.
fix.
I don't want to look into that now. We're having issues with the transfer and with the contract of Antonio Rudiger.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's holding off. He's holding off the the contract talks. I'll definitely he wants more money. That's the only thing. It's not as if we are not winning trophies. Because when you are in a team like Chelsea, we just won the Champions League last season, and we're still in the Champions League for this season. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the League Cup. And we're still pushing for the Premier League, which I don't think we are completely out of the league title. The race for the league.
yeah, and especially with
So,
COVID, if I don't know,
but
players can
yeah,
get injured or
exactly.
tired.
I think players are looking to secure their financial future as well. But honestly speaking, I don't know how much these players want else to make. These guys are making lots of money at the moment, but pushing, you know, um, holding off the contract talks is just that they need more money. I don't know how much they'll need. Maybe £300,000 a week, or £350,000 a week. You know, um, that's what he may be pushing for. He's a
Yeah,
senior player in the team. Uh, he's been there for a while. He's influential in the dressing room. So these are the things that. But as well, he plays alongside a world class centre back in Thiago Silva. So um, a friend of mine said that Rudiger might find how awful he is and how terrible he is as a defender when he goes to Real Madrid and plays alongside a defender that is not as good as Thiago Silva. Because Thiago Silva he's a world class centre back. So that was what my friend said, but I don't know about that. So there are a couple of contract issues with our defense line. Not only Antonio Rudiger, I think Aspilicueta might not continue next season. I think Christensen is still holding off in renewing his contract, and all these guys, their contracts run out in the summer this year. So we had to fix that, or they play it and they leave Aspilicueta might go to Barcelona. It's most likely that he will go there because we are not hearing about a contract renewal for him. Um, Christensen is he's still a young defender, but I don't know why he's still holding off. All about more money. The same thing with Rudiger. I think Rudiger is 28, so they maybe are looking for more. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and if he goes to
That's
Real
what.
Madrid,
Hmm.
Madrid does not have to pay Chelsea anything. He will just go there and be making more money. But guess what? Not everyone that goes to Madrid it works for.
Yeah, that's so
Eden
true. Like,
Hazard can tell you that.
yeah, there are many stories.
Well, Michael Owen can also tell you that.
Yeah, I was thinking about Bale, Christian Bale,
Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale can also. Gareth Bale had a good season in Madrid, but his time in Madrid maybe has come to an end.
Yeah,
But when he was an eight, he was an eight. He was really really playing well. But you know later maybe he can tell us his own version of the story.
hmm,
You know what happened, because we never
yeah,
know what really
yeah.
happened.
I think it's money, fame, and then following famous players like Ronaldo, Beckham, following their footstep. But
Yeah,
again, like not everyone can be successful in Madrid because
yeah. Not
it's a
everyone.
different type of game,
It is.
different pace, and different crowd as well.
Yeah, the hype is also the pressure is also very much in Madrid.
Yeah,
In Madrid you must win. If you don't win, they replace you and they sign another player. Money is never a problem for Real Madrid in signing
yeah.
players. So if you're not performing, they're never going to give you a chance to rebuild.
Hmm.
They either will sell you and they will just replace you. It's not hard for them to replace any player because they are always about going for the best players, and best players must come in and perform like best players.
Yeah,
Once you come into Madrid and you start performing below what you used to do before they sign you,
it's a very
you're
different game.
just going to be
Yeah,
replaced, and there's no two ways about it. So he's just there making retirement money.
yeah,
For me, he's not playing football. You know, Hazard is still even finding it hard to play. You know, so
yeah, yeah. That's a great segue into European League. Let's talk about what's going on across different leagues in Europe. Let's start with La Liga. Um,
I watched Barcelona last Saturday. They were terrible.
they lost their
They
game.
tied 1-1. See where they are on the table.
Oh, really? I haven't uh, looked at it, the table. Like after Messi, they've messed up. Is that fair to say, or is just they're becoming a new team? It's like starting from scratch.
I think they're trying to start from scratch.
Good points difference.
Um,
It's impossible for them to catch up.
they're trying to start from the scratch. Barcelona, I think they failed to rebuild, and I think they made some poor decisions in their signing of players. So when that happens, it affects the whole structure of a team, the philosophy of the team as well. Because there were some players that signed. I mean, Arturo Vidal is a very very good player, but his
Hmm.
style of play is never a Barcelona style of play. He can never fit in there. Ada Turan as well. There are players that you would look back and you see that they played for Barcelona. Even when they signed Kevin Prince Boateng, it's like, what is he going to do there? These are mistakes that they've made in signing and bringing in players, because they want to catch up with Real Madrid, and but they've made those mistakes. Now they are reaping the fruit, and Xavi is trying to steady the ship, the ship there to make sure that everything is okay, gets back to normal. But it's going to be very hard for him. Maybe this first season, it's a very tough one because he came into the middle of the season, right?
Yeah.
And maybe he will see it out, and then next season he will do a proper preseason, everything that he's learned throughout his coaching
Yeah. Yeah.
career and playing career, and we try to implement that. But once you come into the middle of the season, it's hard to do all those things because the games are coming already. You have the Copa del Rey, and then you have the La Liga, and then you have Champions League. Funny enough, they were knocked out of the group stage of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Barcelona is playing in Europa League. You can't just believe that.
Yeah.
So that's like, really, is this really happening? But yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's hard to believe, and they have a new coach, Xavi, and like starting from scratch
Yeah,
again. Like,
all the way, and they have exciting young players as well. But
yeah, it's hard to imagine comparing their prime versus. I mean, with Messi, they kept their composure. They still
yeah,
had some energy in them, like some spark.
the fear of Messi was the beginning of wisdom for many teams.
Yeah,
They were Messi is on the pitch. You know that something is going to happen.
yeah,
You know, even if he does not score, he will definitely create.
that is so true. Yeah,
Even if and his creation as well does not mean that he will give the final pass. He can always draw attention, and that creates space for
the
the
strikers or
other
the player.
strikers or the other attacking players or whosoever that's in a position to score. That's what Messi does as well. He would draw attention either with providing an assist or just taking attention
Yeah, yeah,
of and pressure of his teammates, and that makes them score.
yeah. Basically, giving hard time to the opponents and
Yeah.
having a threat versus today's Barcelona. Like, okay,
Yeah, let's just go and play them. Grenada 1-1.
yeah,
Play them 1-1. You know, that's it. I mean, in quality, in strength, in fame, anything,
yeah,
they are no match,
true.
right?
Yeah. Speaking of Barcelona, they've they have suffered a lot. But I was watching the highlights for the Madrid game. Even though it was a tough game versus Valencia, they have kept their momentum and style, and it keeps going. Even um, Luka Modric, he was great. I mean, he hit the post. He has been hitting posts for many games, but his movements are great. Even Benzema is scoring, making passes. They've been they have kept their consistency as a great team.
Yes. I think they have a very wonderful coach, world class manager, Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti will be wondering, what was I doing in Everton when I went to Everton? It's like, really. And that was when the job came from Madrid. He did not think twice. He jumped to
Yeah,
it right away. There's no two ways about it, right? So, and right now I was thinking and remembered a certain type of players that Ancelotti worked with when he was in Milan. He worked with old players too, and he got the best out of all of them. You know, he does not play a really fast-paced game, in his approach to the game.
right. Yeah,
So I think that's why Luka Modric is still flourishing, because I remember back in those days in the middle when he has, um, not just in the middle in Milan, he had Sidorf, he had Shevchenko, he had Paolo Maldini, he had Alessandro Nesta, you know, uh, he had John Dal Thomasin in the middle as well. He had old
yeah.
players, and he also had Andre Pillo. Andre Pillo is not a fast
No, he's more
pace
of like
player.
a game
He's like
maker. Yeah,
slowly will orchestrate and conduct the orchestra to do whatever he wants. So he had this type of players in the middle, and they were not really going quick,
yeah,
quick, quick,
yeah,
quick, quick.
yeah,
You know, they will just play you the game,
yeah.
and that is what I think, and that's why I think players like Luka Modric, old, but they're still playing very, very good.
Yeah, and I
Benzema as
noticed that
well,
he was
you
in the
know.
right place at the right time,
Yeah.
and even though he was not like running fast, he was far from the post, from the goal. But since his position was so good,
Yeah,
he had those chances.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's only comes with if you understand how the opponents are playing and your position versus their position.
Yeah, and then also he had, I mean, Ancelotti does it that he has like a mixture of young and old, creating a balance in the team. The old players are giving him what he wants, the young players are giving him what they want, and that brings a very good mixture in the team, creating an organic balance in the squad that if there is a need for someone to make a sprint, the young players are doing that on the flanks. I remember when he was in Milan, I think Kaká was young and he would run defenders down. I remember the game they played against Manchester United. He destroyed Vidic and what's his name, Rio Ferdinand. You
Mm.
know, and he just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he just ruined their lives. But behind him were older players who were orchestrating everything, and they will play that forward pass to him, and he will make those runs.
yeah,
The
yeah,
same thing is in Madrid right now, and maybe that's why maybe Eden Hazard is finding it difficult, you know, because I think in Ancelotti's style of play, it's not all about one player doing the whole thing. It's like the whole
yeah,
unit,
yeah, yeah.
the whole 11 players working together to achieve that goal, and that is what they are doing right now. And that is why you think that they are struggling in a game. Before you know it, you turn around. Before you look back again, they've scored two, three more goals, and then you look
Mm-hmm.
at the scorers and see like the older players are doing the scoring. Like,
Yeah,
what is going on here? It's just
yeah,
his approach to the game. You know.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you can compare, not compare like the managers who have seen enough. Um, like Ancelotti has had a lot of experience, and
Mm-hmm.
you can compare with Mourinho. Like
Yeah.
they're more like philosophers when it comes to like in football. You can there's a certain point you can be good physically, but these managers, Ancelotti, make players mentally strong, very
Mm-hmm.
strong.
Yeah.
They don't shake or whatever. And yeah, like even though I am a big supporter of Madrid, but the last goal, Benzema, his turn was so good. Like he just turned 360 and then 180 and then he scored it. It takes a lot of confidence to make
Yeah,
those.
I mean, Benzema is an old wine, in the game now. Although he facially he looks young,
Yeah, he
but
does.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's been in the game for a very
for a
long
long
time,
time. Yeah,
and that also, and being in Madrid for a long time
yeah,
too.
yeah,
From Olympic Lyon, he went to Real Madrid. When he went to Real Madrid, I didn't fancy him, because he did not come with that aura, that vibe
yeah.
of like
He was
maybe
not
a
like, yeah, he
Brazilian
wasn't famous.
forward or maybe a Spanish forward, a Latin American forward coming with fire and fury, right? Benzema gradually built and built and made himself stronger and stronger and stronger and better.
Yeah,
Gareth Bale came, he did not shake him, he continued doing his
true.
thing, and
Yeah,
it was not as if he was one of those expensive signings, you know, when he went to Madrid. But yeah, he has really become an one of the best players that Madrid have had in the past couple of seasons.
yeah,
Post Ronaldo to be precise.
right.
Even when Ronaldo was there too, they played really well. They
Yeah,
combined really well. The only thing that Ronaldo is gonna hype, and he's gonna like take all the glory. He's the king here. Like all the stuff, right?
yeah.
So, but yeah, that's uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's about Benzema.
Yeah. Looking at the table, Madrid and Sevilla, uh, even though Madrid has played one more game, but it's tight. What do you think
Wow.
it's gonna look like going forward?
Sevilla is a surprising team, you know, uh, but I think at the end of the day, Madrid will run away with this title. From that, league table. Um, yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard for Madrid to surrender league titles when they're in pole positions. It's very hard. You know, but you never know. You never know. 44 and 49, Madrid still on top. So we'll see what happens. Once they come back, I mean, they're already back and playing, right? The Christmas break is gone now,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to play their outstanding games. If they win that outstanding game, that will be 4-7. That's 2 points. Some of those games are decided when the top two meet.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm looking at this that from 34, 33, 33, 32. This is very tight. Like any team can go top four. Like Barcelona might end up in top four, even though they're very far from Madrid, but still they can end
I
up.
think Barca will end up in top four.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. I think they will come up and they'll step up and end up in the top four. But these days, you never. Back in those days, you will always think it's only Madrid and Barcelona, and then you would see Atletico Madrid can pop up in between, and then Valencia can come pop up in between, but it has always been those two. But right now, it's like there's a shift in the wave of things going on there in La Liga, where even Rayo Vallecano it's sixth in the league, or it's just one point below Barcelona,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Atletico Madrid that have also been struggling lately, and then but I think Real Betis might just drop down the log, you know, as time goes on, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. And um, for the transfer window, they might. I don't know. Barcelona might end up getting something.
I don't know who they are chasing after now. This transfer window is not really hot. Maybe they are trying to get. Oh yeah, they got in some players. They got in Fernand Torres from Manchester City. So they're trying to offload some players as well to
Mm-hmm.
be able to create space in the squad.
Mm.
So Dani Alves is back playing again. He played over the weekend. Wow. Anyway, I don't know what they're thinking, but if that is going to help them, so be it. But it's like Chelsea going to telling John Terry to come back and start playing because they can't find another centre back that could play the game for them, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. And a lot of news about Coutinho.
I think he's already signed for Aston Villa.
He has.
Yes, I think they signed him on loan. So we'll see. In the next Premier League fixture for Aston Villa, you may see Coutinho lining up.
He played for Liverpool, right?
He played
And
for Liverpool.
I
He
don't
played with
recall.
Steven Gerrard. That's why Steven Gerrard went for him.
Right.
So
He did play with
he
Steven.
played with Stevie G.
How old is him?
I think he's 28 or 29.
Oh, he played. He was very young when he played. With
Oh
Steven.
yeah, he
Right.
these are he's a very top player.
Yeah.
I know when they signed him from Inter Milan, and he was very young, and then came to Liverpool. Played. Unfortunately, they did not win the league that season. The season that Gerrard slipped and fell in the middle. Oh, fortunately for them. Um, and yeah,
Anyways, let's talk about other European leagues. Serie A. when we talk about Serie A, we think about Mourinho, and he has been.
they collapsed against
Yeah,
Juventus,
yeah.
didn't they?
I was unable to watch games. Any games that stood out? Like you want to talk about?
I watched the Inter Milan and Lazio. It was a very, very good game. Very, very good game. Inter did not want to lose that game for any reason. Lazio was pushing and pushing. They played really well as well. But I think the Inter Milan manager was the ex Lazio coach. So I'm pretty sure that he knew lots of the players in Lazio and how to deal with them. They really played well. They scored a very brilliant goal as well, courtesy of a mistake from Inter Milan. But yeah, Inter came back. Inter scored first. Lazio equalized, and then they scored the second one. So it was a very very good game. I think for me it was the game that I was looking forward to watch in Serie A this weekend. Even though that uh, Juventus and AS Roma played, and here it goes that Federico Chiesa, has torn his ACL, which is a very, very bad thing for him, for Juventus, and for the Italian national team because he's like the firepower. That guy is like he runs and never stops. It's like he's got like 7 lungs or something. That his speed is he's got very good speed, very very
Right.
good
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
But now he's injured, and I don't know. ACL by January means your season is done.
Yeah, it's done for the season.
Yeah, you're done for the season.
Yeah.
And this is the World Cup year.
Right. Yeah.
And Italy
Well,
has to
World Cup
play.
is not until November.
It's not until November, but yes. How about you coming back at the end of the season? Well, you can do preseason, but the thing is this: he is not going to be able to play for Italy in the playoffs for the World Cup.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because Italy will be playing Turkey, I think so, or was it not North Macedonia? And Portugal will play Turkey, and after that, whosoever wins, will face each other. So at some point, if the two guys, if Italy and Portugal win their games, they could face each other
Yeah.
towards qualifying.
This
for the
is
World
this
Cup.
injury you're talking about, or
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very unfortunate. Oh, Twanzebe has gone to what's it called? Um,
Aston Villa.
no, where's he gone to? He was in Aston Villa. I think he was on loan.
Oh, he is in.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
he's gone to
Lazio.
SSC Napoli.
Napoli.
Napoli. Oh, maybe Steven Gerrard doesn't like him as a United player because Twanzebe was a United product, and now he's gone to Napoli. Oh,
Yeah, I was reading about Ibrahimovic. Him scoring.
yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna stop scoring.
That's unbelievable. He scored. I think they won 3-0, right? Yeah, they won 3-0 against Venezia. And
Yeah.
he
He scored one goal.
did. He scored in the second minute. It's like
Did he?
just 5 minutes, just give Zlatan first 5 minutes, and then you can sub him. He will get you a goal, and then off he goes.
Yeah.
And look at the table there. He is 21, 48, and 49 points. Just that Internacional has one game in
If
hand.
Milan wins the league, he's gonna be the oldest player to win a league, I guess.
I think
Yeah.
maybe
Ever in any league.
he's unbelievable.
And he has been playing since the start of this league.
Yes, it's that from the season, right? Yeah,
This season.
yeah. Good job to him. He's doing very well.
Yeah.
He's doing very very well.
It's good. They're gonna keep leaving comments under YouTube videos. Funny comments.
What does Zlatan say?
Yeah, he's a god.
Oh,
For those who don't know, you search any YouTube video of Zlatan and just go read comments. You're gonna be happy after that. You're thanking us. All right. Bundesliga.
Bayern Munich losing against Borussia Mönchengladbach is the talk of the weekend, and Borussia Dortmund coming back to win against Frankfurt is another talk of the weekend. Those two games. I watched the Bayern Munich game. I mean, in Germany they're playing in closed doors now, so that doesn't make the league interesting anymore. Anytime there are no fans on the field or in the stadium, they're like, ah, it makes the game so boring without fans.
Yeah.
But we still understand, right, the situation at hand right now. So, but Bayern lost at home against Borussia Mönchengladbach, which I did not see coming. And Bayern has slipped away with some point. I mean, they've dropped some point. I mean, don't get me wrong. The point gap between both teams, the first and the second, is how much now? How many now? 37 for Borussia Dortmund and 43 for Bayern, which Bayern in the last 2 or 3 games have dropped 6 points. So that has made, I think that has given Borussia Dortmund hope that they can keep pushing, and maybe Bayern can drop more points down the road. You know, I mean, they lost against the 12th team on the table. I mean, how Borussia Mönchengladbach is 12th on the table, that I do not know, because they have a very, very strong team. They're very good too. But that tells you again what happens in Bundesliga. Sometimes the lowest teams, I mean, at least those that are not fighting for relegation, they're able to to nick in some points and to get points off the top team, like Mönchengladbach did against Bayern. Manuel Neuer did not play that game. Was it? I think COVID cases. No fans in the stadium. Some of their big names were not in the game. Manuel Neuer was not there. Lucas Hernandez wasn't there. Leon Goretzka did not play. Leroy Sané, the road runner, Alphonso Davies did not play. Kingsley
I'm
Coman
just reading
didn't play.
9 players COVID
So
infection.
if those players played, I don't think Borussia Mönchengladbach would get any chance to win that game, right? But who cares? They got 3 points, and they've got the 3 points. So that they are not available, it's not a problem for the team that they were going to play against. But yeah, Lewandowski scored a very brilliant goal.
Yeah.
That guy never stops scoring.
He doesn't.
He never stops scoring goals.
I was watching this funny video. I think it was what's his name? Striker, Munich striker. He was saying that instead of saying his name Lewandowski, he was saying Lewandowski.
Yeah, Lewandowski. Yeah. Thomas Müller.
Müller, yeah. He was making fun of.
He was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It's funny how he was trying to be funny. He was forcing himself to be funny.
Yeah, he was forcing. It was fine for the first time, but then he repeated.
He repeated and repeated. I was like, okay, now you gotta stop. Now that's not funny anymore. Oh yeah.
But yeah, Lewandowski is just, of course, he was disappointed he didn't get the award this year.
Yeah, the best. That's what took place on next Monday. I wish Salah gets it, but you can't take it away from Robert Lewandowski because of his goal scoring prowess for the year. I mean,
Bayern Munich had 18 fouls in that game. Even though they had 62% possession.
Possessions don't get you goals, but it can help you. You can ask Chelsea. We've played possessions of 80, 20, 70, 30, and we still get 1 point from a game. So if you don't get the goals, if you can keep possession for the rest of the game, No one really cares
Yeah.
if the other team gets an opportunity for just one counter attack. They score, they
Yeah.
come back, they pack the balls. That's all about it. You can keep passing the ball around there, and you're not doing them any favor, and they're not not getting any goals, and they will be comfortable sitting back and just watch you pass the ball back and forth, and mostly side to side, and then backwards, side to side, and then
Mm-hmm.
backwards. Because when you play the forward passes, that's when you stand more chances of scoring goals. More, you know.
True. Let's talk about Champions League. I think it's gonna. Yeah, I was looking at it. It's gonna resume in February,
Yeah,
and I think there are really good fixtures. Um,
yeah. Maybe we can talk about that some other time. Seeing that, well, the Champions League is a lot to talk about.
True.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about. It's you can just have it all in one. But yeah, um, February 15th, a day after Valentine's Day, it's the Champions League second round. That is when the game starts. That's when Champions League starts. You know,
This is a round of 16.
round of 16,
First leg.
first
Yeah,
leg, round of
yeah,
16.
yeah. We're done with the
That is when
yeah.
it kicks in. Oof. So
15th of February. So, well, not this one. Anyways, yeah, we can spare this for another episode and talk about it. Anything else do you want to cover or talk about?
well, I'm looking forward to the London Derby on Wednesday.
Mm.
And also on Thursday, I'll be looking forward to the game between Arsenal and Liverpool. Let's see what's going to happen
FA
there
Cup
as
game,
well. No, League Cup semi-finals,
League Cup,
the other
right?
semi-finals of the
Right.
League Cup. So we'll be looking forward to that. There's a league game tomorrow. Who is playing tomorrow? I think Southampton and Brentford tomorrow. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember. But yeah, I think my game for this week is Tottenham Hotspur
Versus Chelsea. Let's.
against Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.
Yeah, come on, Chelsea. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun year for football. Hopefully, COVID does not screw up everything.
Yeah, I'm really, really glad that Europe has continued playing. Some have decided to move forward from where they were last time, you know, by not locking down, you know, trying to deal with the virus and, you know, contain the virus, but not shutting down things. England is doing well with that. Um, I mean, honestly speaking, we can't just stop our lives because of this thing. Um, but we also have to find a way to make adjustments to our
Yeah,
lives,
right.
for it. But stopping life completely, you know, because of it, it's not. I don't think it's doing good. It's not doing anyone good. I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah.
It has been really good football coming back this like 2021,
Hmm.
especially Premier League.
Yeah.
It's been top notch and good games, great games. Yeah. I hope things stay better.
Hmm. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the games. In England now, they made this safe standing where the fans can stand and watch the game without having to sit down. So
Mm-hmm.
that's another good thing that I like, as because sometimes adrenaline of the game can make you can just sit down watch the game,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the things that I like that they, you know. But hopefully, it does not cause anything in the future. But yeah.
True. Anyways, well, thanks for signing in and watching our episode or listening if you're listening on Spotify. Last thing is like, if you like our show, please.
Come on,
Yeah.
you don't just like you here. You will get real content of football, pure football. I'm a professional football coach. I don't like to call it soccer, so you only hear me say football. So I'm a professional football coach, and I would love to share my insight of the game, whatever that's happening in the game, around the game, with my friend, the Big Shark. That's what I call him.
Yeah.
And yeah, hit the like button if you're watching this on YouTube, and subscribe as well so that you'll be able to get notifications whenever we post a new episode. If you're on Spotify, just follow us, and anytime we get, we'll be publishing, posting new episodes, um, as soon as we can. It's not going to take long, like it did the last time I had one on this particular show. So, and we're looking forward to what the year will, has.
Yeah.
It's a lot of football going on. The African Cup of Nations is going on. The Champions League will be coming back in February.
Yeah. Exciting.
The World Cup playoffs is still will take place in March. The CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers will be coming up. I don't even know what Canada is going to do, seeing that they were going to play against the United States in Hamilton on February 30th in Ontario here. And I don't know. Maybe they may have to move that match, or hopefully
Yeah.
they're not in lockdown. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens, and have fun, enjoy the games. Drop a comment on YouTube on our channel there. If you also, we are open to your suggestions and whatever you want us to talk about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can
And
easily.
I was gonna tell you the name to search. It's Global Premier Football Show.
Yeah, it's the Global Premier Football Show. The Global Premier Football Show. All right, guys. Muchas gracias.
Good night.